Nathan Hall leads things off for the Gamecocks in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch offered to him is called a strike along the outside half. Hall's third time to the plate tonight. He's 0 for 2. Gamecocks trailing 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th as he swings at the 0-1 and lines it through the left side for a base hit. Leadoff single for Nathan Hall. Maybe that's the spark that this South Carolina offense is looking for. Their first hit here in the 6th since the 2nd.
Yeah, Nathan Hall, just a guy, just don't think we're going to see too many offers on. Just a really flat swing. Hits a lot of hard ground balls. Hadn't had any luck so far. He lined up hard in his first at bat and then struck out the second one. But I expect to see us create some energy here on the bases, get us a little time to the plate, see what we're dealing with.
Hall this season 2 for 2 on steals. We'll see if he takes off with Kaczmar at the plate, but we'll have to wait. His pickoff move brings him back to first.
And I tell you, with Kaczmar, not meaning you got to take pitches and not be aggressive, but I felt like he's kind of rushed through a couple at bats. This is one of those at bats. This can be an important one.
Right on left. Pitch to Kaczmar. He showed bunt, but fouled it back. Strike one.
1-1 to the plate. I mean, he's barely a slide step. It is a slide step. Barely even lifts it and comes straight home. So if you're going to bunt, you got to really make sure, too, if you're South Carolina, be hustling because they may have a chance to get you on that lead guy if you're Hall.
Milwaukee's got a Friday starter.
Yeah, this is a legit dude.
Gavin Tice is his name. The pitch to Kaczmar is popped up and into the first baseman's glove for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. With Hall at first, Petry will come up with South Carolina trailing 2-1.
We both knew when we started looking ahead a little bit that this dude was going to give them a chance on Friday night. The other two guys last weekend struggled, but again, Mercer's a small ballpark. They're really a physical team in the SoCon, so kind of jumped them in the next two games. But that was a 1-1-5 to the plate. This guy knows what he's doing on the bases with a legit guy like Hall at first.
Petry can change this game with one swing. 3 defenders on the left side for Milwaukee. One out pitch is off the plate and bouncing to the backstop, easily taking second. On the wild throw is Hall. Now the tying run in scoring position for the Gamecocks.
We've been very fortunate the last 2 weekends to get a lot of help from that guy behind the plate. I don't know much what he could have done on that one, to be honest with you, though. That was about all he could try to do, backhanded, but runner in scoring position now. Again, I'm really shocked you pitched to him right here.
One out, bottom of the 6th. 1-0 to Petry. Fouled up into the chairbacks on the first base side. Strike one. Starter for Milwaukee, Gavin Tice, now at 65 pitches. And a couple of boos up the first baseline against the Milwaukee first baseman Hauser, who the ball bounced on the seats, then bounced back onto the field, and instead of tossing to the fans, he tossed in the dugout. But loving friend of the broadcast, strength coach Billy Anderson, decided to give it to a fan there and got a couple cheers. 1-1 to Petry. Hit a mile high into the air, shallow center field. Headley steps in, and he will make the catch for the second out in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, I'm going to defend him on that. He's on the road, and probably at Milwaukee you don't throw balls to the fans. My first year coaching, we're at Mississippi State. I'm going to be the nice guy, flip it to the fan, and as soon as the inning over, Ron Polk jogged over to me and said, hey, throw the ball back to my bat girls. Don't throw them in the stands. And he later said, hey, I was joking, but I'm telling you the rest of the weekend I threw them right back to their bat girls after Coach Polk told me to do it.
Tying run at second. 2-out pitch to Kennedy Jones is up high. Ball one.
So, yeah, we figured out, you and I, how to tell really if it's cold. If Justin Scurry's wearing pants and then Billy Anderson's also in pants, pretty cold day, Cade.
Mound visit on the way. First of the day for Milwaukee's starter, Gavin Tice. The Milwaukee pitching coach is making his way out onto the bump. Today, 67 pitches, 46 strikes for Tice. As we take a look at our Sainsbury look at the bullpen, no one actively throwing. In fact, no one has even ditched their hoodie in the Milwaukee dugout. But the only body that's up and stirring is a left-handed pitcher. So certainly something to maybe keep an eye on there for the right-handed starter. But you did make a good point there. Once you see Coach Anderson and Scurry in pants, it's like, maybe I should have grabbed an extra layer at the house today.
Well, fortunately, you brought your blanket, so we'll be fine in case it gets colder later.
All I did was bring back what we had on Wednesday. Or it was just a little chilly, and it's a little chilly today.
Yeah.
Nathan Hall at second. He represents the tying run. 1-0 pitch to Kennedy Jones. Foul back into the screen. Even the count at 1-1.
I don't really think I can be a tough guy when I have 3 space heaters blowing on me and I'm wearing 4 shirts and a vest.
Just wear the same thing when we host a regional.
Yeah, then that'll be
and see if you can pull it off. 1-1 is eye level with Kennedy for ball 2.
Nathan Hall trying to see if he can get that one extra base, and smart that he don't, but love to see him get to third because it kind of eliminate that breaking ball that's been so hard, maybe because we get a run out of it.
Hall leads off second. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, trailing by a run. The 2-1 for Kennedy Jones is a breaking ball that stays upstairs. Ball 3.
Be interesting to see here. Do you just see if you can get Kennedy to chase a pitch, which I think is what they'll do, and face Lecroy? Or do you go right after the 4-hole hitter and see if you can get him?
3-1 attacks and hits Kennedy in between the shoulder blades. It was an off speed, but still that one stings. As Jones will jog it out to first, he's all okay. That puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Talmadge Lecroy.
He talked about Talmadge hadn't had the hit number that he's wanted so far, but had the big hit up in Rock Hill. This could be one of those big hits again. Love to see a little extra base hit here from Talmadge. We might could get us a couple runs.
Lecroy won South Carolina the game on Tuesday, trying to give him the lead here in the 6th. 2-out pitch. He takes a strike in the top of the zone that he doesn't necessarily agree with, shaking his head side to side, but not putting too much negative body language out there for the home plate umpire to see. No. Count 0-1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 0-1 pitch is up and in near the hands to even the count at 1-1.
I think that frustration was more as he was thinking breaking ball first pitch, and that fastball just went right by him, and he's, I wanted to be ready to hit that one.
Hall at second. Kennedy Jones at first. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-1 breaks up and in for ball 2.
Made the call, got a lefty. We had a sweatshirt finally taken off out in that Milwaukee Panther bullpen. You got the good eyes.
I also have the binoculars as well as the 2-1 pitch is low and in for ball 3. Although, of course, the lefty has back, which is where the numbers on these Milwaukee jerseys are. Now, they don't have front side numbers. It's up against the bullpen back wall, so can't incredibly see on our Sainsbury look to the pin.
I think it's 13.
3-1 pitch is over but low. Ball 4. A single for Nathan Hall, a hit by pitch for Kennedy Jones, and a walk for Talmadge Lecroy. His 7th of the season, now in the 6th game of the year, loads him up for Jase Woita.
Well, here's the thing. You got the lefty up out in the bullpen. I think it's number 13, Cole Spitzer. And do you go left on left? Looks like they're going to just leave their dude on the mound.
Right on left. 2-out toss for Woita as a breaking ball called strike 1. Woita today 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored.
Going from the windup so Kennedy Jones can get a really big lead, which everyone can, but I'm saying him because he's in scoring position. Talmadge can as well to stay out of a force.
0-1 to Woita. Lifted in the air. Left field. Going back is Phillips at the wall. It's off the top of it. It's gone! Grand slam! Jase Woita, his first home run as a Gamecock, is a go-ahead long ball in the bottom of the 6th. 5-2 Gamecocks. Oh my, Jase Woita. We told you the big lefty had power. How about some opposite field power?
Wow, they stayed with the starter, went right on left, and Woita made them pay for it. Wow, that's a big one.
First home run of the year for Woita. 4th for the Gamecocks. Coach Lee in the third base box certainly got excited. Once that ball landed just on the top of the wall with the yellow padding there, it had just enough to get up and out of here. 1-0, Dalton Mashore lifted up the middle. 2 out, single falls in at the feet of Headley in center field. With that home run from Jase Woita, it's another $50 to the Gamecocks General Scholarship Fund Corner Pantry. You can download the Corner Pantry app, save at the pump, and in the store today. Wow.
Yeah, it kind of caught us. We hadn't seen any power all day, so to see that opposite field and to really see the first ball that he had lined a single to left early in the week.
2-out pitch and the Rockies cut out and missed.
But that had really been the first time we'd seen the power the other way, so really big right there, especially the way you're pitching and playing defense. To all of a sudden go from down 1 to up 3, you feel really good.
5-2 Gamecocks, bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 swing from the Rockies into foul territory. Strike 2.
Bullpen wise, and you got the binoculars again. Who have we got rolling out there? Because might see a fresh arm for us coming on.
Right on right. The 0-2 for Nawrocki is upstairs. Ball 1. Mashore will hold up over at first.
He's in the perfect spot to not be able to see his number.
Stansbury looked at the bullpen. Whoever it is standing right behind a pole. 1-2 bounces away. Mashore already took off for second. He spins around, looks at third, but will hold up there as the bounce back off the backstop was pretty good on the ricochet for the catcher, Lethard. So now 2 outs to the bottom of the 6th inning. A grand slam for Jase Woita has opened this one up and given the Gamecocks the lead 5-2. Mashore at second. Nawrocki at the dish, the 2-2, grounded up the middle. Second baseman collects it in, tosses over to first. The first baseman stretched, just barely kept a foot on the bag. Will Coach Maneri challenge? The Gamecocks only have 1 challenge left. They lost one earlier. We're waiting to see. Coach Maneri trying to see if he's safe or out.
Yeah, he's telling Coach Hendry, just give me a safe or an out sign. I need you to tell me you got the closest view. Now, I'll be honest, we got the best view, and I thought he came off, but no challenge now.
They will not challenge. We're through 6 frames. A Jase Woita grand slam has given South Carolina a 5-2 lead going into the 7th on the Gamecock Sports Network from Learfield.